Morning, welcome to the channel. So a little bit different than what we normally do. It is early in the morning. I prefer to do this when it's kind of cooler than hot. We're getting well over 100 degrees heat indices currently, but anyway, welcome. I'm going to do kind of micro scrapping type deal here with 2 microwaves. We're going to try to process them out as fast as possible. You will need a full tool, few things to do this properly though. For one, you need something to cut your cord. A pair of scissors, fine. A pair of shears, okay. Pick your poison, basically. Nothing too special. You also need you also need a screwdriver with a Phillips, and you'll need also a security bit for these. 9 times out of 10 these are going to have a security bit. I pick them up like $5 in my little local hardware store. Nothing too special. So first thing I like to do is kind of zip everything I can out before I even really get into the side of it. There's really no rhyme or reason to doing these. You just kind of do them. What we're after, some people will say that I'm stupid for not taking the magnetrons. The magnets, they're the only real reason I really would go after them. The other reason I guess I would kind of go after them would be if some people said there's a good bit of amount of copper in there. I disagree. If the transformer in this actually has just one winding of copper in them, it's a good bit more. But there's some wire in here. The transformer will go as an electric motor, and yeah, it's just easy. So once we're to this point, we kind of can switch back gears. These things are normally held on by either 2 things, either a Phillips or a, I think 8mm. 9 times out of 10 they're Phillips, to be honest. But you can pretty much get everything done you need to done. So scrap value depends on your yard. My yard, well, where I take these pays me 20 cents a pound compared to the microwave giving me 8.5 currently. So it's definitely worth taking them because they are not light. Be careful, wear gloves when you're doing this. And this is really what we want. The wire's okay. It's not a ton to really write home about, but there you go. That's really about it. We're gonna harvest a little bit of wires that we can. Sorry, allergies are killing me. But I do this with just about all my microwaves. Now the bigger microwaves, that's kind of over your countertops, they're a little bit different, but you can actually get most of them done with Phillips head actually. So, and when scrapping, remember, scrap is the lowest value you can get for any item. So the less time you actually do it, the more you'll make actually. There again, pretty sure some people's going to disagree with that concept, but it's really the truth. If you spend an hour on doing this, might as well just take it straight to the scrap yard. So that's pretty much it. That's all I do. You can pull this off. There is a small motor in here. Let's see if we can get in here pretty easily. This thing normally kind of just pops off. They're held on by these tabs and they just bend out of the way, but of course this one's going to be a pain in the rear, right? There's a little motor here if you really wanted to kind of do a little bit more. Normally held on by 1 or 2 screws. Another motor. And then I do take this one. I do like this one. They're pretty much always copper windings on this. So if you're actually a copper harvester, it's not a bad little motor. So this right here has 2 windings in it. Normally the bottom one is aluminum. Normally that one's copper, or vice versa. Sometimes they're both aluminum. Sometimes they're both copper. Those are the ones you want, both copper one. We'll take the magnetron out just to kind of, for the simplistic aspect of stuff, you know, because people's gonna want to see it. I know some people said that their scrapyard don't even take microwaves no more. That's kind of strange in my opinion. Now what people's talking about, since out of here, there's, if I can get in them. See, that's why I don't really like getting into these things. They can be a pain. But anyway, in here there's a winding of copper, 2 pieces, and it's connected to this magnetron. There's 2 magnets, a piece of brass. To each is their own if you want to go after it. It's really not worth it to me. Not when you can do 80% of the work and get a lot of return out of it. Like I said, you can kind of harvest that for some more copper, and it's not that difficult. Just boom, done. Then I always put my waste back in here. Ta-da! Goes a shred. It's kind of all she wrote. And like I said, less amount of time that we play with this stuff, the more it actually becomes money, the more money it becomes worth. Same concept. These things are pretty much the same, no matter what brand they are, what style they are. They normally have the 2 that holds the fan on back here, 1 or 2 on each side depending on the size of the said microwave. These are normally just your standard Phillips. And then you got a plethora of security screws around the backside. Do they get more complicated? Well, I mean, everything gets more complicated. But microwaves are 9 times out of 10 about the same, no matter if they're the old ones or the new ones. And to be fair, I normally actually take these off when I got this hooked up. I'm just, for the video, I normally don't record myself tearing stuff apart, so kind of have to bear with me just a smidge. There's the goodies. 20 cents a pound. I don't know how much these things weigh. A few pounds a piece, 5 pounds a piece, 10 pounds a piece. Majority of the weight of the microwave. See, like I said, even the same amount, same type of device. These are 2 completely different, but even the way the magnetron's put in here, same thing. It's kind of a, probably actually the same maker, to be honest. Like, different name brand on them, same maker of the actual units. Moment of silence for the microwaves. They did us well. Nice little bit of wire, not a whole lot for real. They do have a capacitor in here. Be careful. Wear gloves. See right here? That would actually shock you if you somehow discharge it on yourself. There's really nothing else to say about it. Oh, I did, for those that are actually comments to the channel, I did go out today. There was just nothing out there at all. I think we found that Chromebook right there, security thing, and a little bit of scrap. Not a lot, not enough to write home about. And the person did say they want to see me micro scrap some stuff, so I figured, why not? But I do hope you enjoyed these videos. If you did, let me know. I mean, I'll do them. I mean, I don't care. I'll sit here and kick it with y'all for a few minutes while I tear stuff apart. It's just, you have to let me know these things. So, that being said, if you did like it, like, share, maybe subscribe, leave me a comment on how you would have done it differently. Because at the end of the day, we're a community. We grow by each other's comments and knowledge that you have pertained in the time that you've done scrapping. And yeah, I got a mess to clean off on the truck, but I'll get it done. So I will definitely see y'all in the next video. I do hope you enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure I already said that, but my mind's wandering. Sorry guys. And on that note, that was 2 microwaves in what, 5-10 minutes. Does not take long to do this, for real. And that's the key, is not put in a lot of time. But this is going to be my storage container for kind of going through the truck. I'm going to try to take fans apart and stuff. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Hope you enjoy it. Goodbye. One more thing kind of on the subject of scrapping in general. There is no right or wrong way to scrap. There's your way. There's how you feel, what makes you comfortable, how much work you put into it. There is no wrong way. I just wanted to add that because there, of course there's people out there that thinks their way's the only way, and trust me, it's not. I'm sorry. Is my way the only way? No. Some people just prefer to scrap it like it sits. The motor's pretty good. Some scrap yards don't even take those as motors. You just really have to look at the bigger picture sometimes, and sometimes the bigger picture just don't fit for the person. So that being said, like, I'll give you an example. The fan motors in these, I get paid so cheap on those motors, it's not worth my time to take them out. I get paid more for shred on those than I do taking them apart. However, I get paid roughly, last time I checked, 20 cents a pound for the things. The magnetrons is another thing. If you're a micro scrapper and you can get into them without too much hassle, and I know you could probably beat them with a hammer. That's kind of what I normally do, to be honest. But you kind of have to be careful sometimes. You know, your way is not the only way. My way is not the only way. It's whatever the person enjoys. And to be honest, that's really what scrapping is about, is enjoyment, having fun, finding treasures, breaking something down, adding personal wealth to yourself. That's what it's about. And yeah, on that note, I know that's kind of a semi-rant. I just wanted to kind of put that out there, because it's not always about us. It's about you. It's about how much time you're willing to put into something to gain whatever you're willing to gain out of it. But on that note, I do hope you enjoyed, and I've already said all this, but like, share, and subscribe. Goodbye.